It talks about always do your best. And to Chay's point, every day ain't gonna be 100%, but that don't mean this ain't 100% of what I got today.
Right.
So I like that. But level best, I like it. It's short and it's quick. I like that. Oh man, interesting. So wait, Chay, let's go to college. What's your degree? I don't even know what your degree is.
I got a degree in good vibes, brother. That's it. I'm
Clearly, right?
I got a degree. My first degree was from the College of the Holy Cross. I got a bachelor's in political science with a concentration on peace and conflict studies. So it's like international relations, policy-driven sort of ideology. And then I received my master's from Clark University, where I got a master's in public administration with a concentration in senior leadership. Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now. Yep, I'm connecting. I'm picking it up. Okay. Yeah. Wow. So how was college for you? You went high school, college?
No. I went high school, college, 10 years of work, college. So from high school, you know, my mom was very much like, you're going to college. And this is me as like a 2-year-old. She's telling us to. You go, get out my house and go to college. And so I ended up coming to Worcester, Massachusetts, which I wasn't super familiar with. And so I went from being a person who had no idea this city existed to being one of the biggest cheerleaders, biggest fans, and so happy and honored to live here. And so I go to Holy Cross, and during my 4 years there, I wasn't sure about Worcester, right? I was supposed to go to law school. I was pre-law, and I figured this was sort of a stop en route to law school. And I took what I thought was a gap year, and that gap year is still going strong. You know what I mean? I think it's been a gap 14 right now, but who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows?
Decade.
Yeah. Gap couple decades almost.
Right.
But so I had the opportunity to work at a college first. I worked at Mass College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, being their student engagement person. And after about 2.5 years there, I went and had a chat with a mentor of mine, and he was the newly appointed interim city manager. And he said he'd be working there for 6 months, and I should come work with him for 6 months. 6 months became 7 years. And in that time, sort of found my cultural opportunities to start flourishing. And then UMass came calling, and I've been there. This is my 5th year there, which is sort of nuts how fast that happened. And in the midst of all that, Clark started a brand new program, and I had an opportunity to be part of the pilot class. And I have to give a shout out to my classmates, because they are just rock stars, right? Like, we had a class full of really talented people, and they went on to become elected officials and people who manage and run nonprofits and people who just do really great stuff in their communities. So it makes it easy to learn when you have dynamic people around you.
Oh, my head's on fire. I'm like, where do I go next? With your blurb. So a few things. And that's dope. That speaks a lot to remember. He says environment, proximity is power. Who you around? What are they doing? I told my students the other day, there's somebody in here, 3 or 4 of y'all gonna run the world in the next 10 to 15 years. Tap in. You talk about mentors, you talk about college. So I have students, again, so we got recent high school grads. I got I did high school, went to college, took a gap 3 years, some took a gap decade. What advice would you give to some say my students listening and are unsure what career path to take?
My first day in my master's course, we all sat together, and one of our advisors came in and said, all right, pop quiz. What's more important, what you know or who you know? And most of us had heard that before, and so we all kind of like, well, it's who you know. And he said it was a trick question. The real answer in today's society is who knows you, right? Your name is gonna travel way further than you are, right? If you're doing the right work or the wrong work, to be honest. And so with that, how are you meeting people and ensuring that they're moving through other spaces but carrying your name with them? And so to anyone that's in school right now and they're sure of themselves, or you're not sure, I would say the best advice I can give you is, to Murph's point, tap in with people. right? Meet people, ask to go out for coffee, send that email to someone you don't know, reach out through social media to a stranger that you admire, and don't be afraid, embarrassed, or shy to say, hey, I just think you do amazing work, and I'm curious if we can have some time to chat about it. Right? Some people won't respond to you. That's just it's prerogative, and that's fine. But you'd be surprised how many people will. I cannot tell you how many people, in theory, I have no business knowing. Right? That I emailed, that I messaged, that I heard was doing a project, and I pulled up and was like, hey, you did this thing that was really inspiring, and like my mind is sort of spinning in this way. I'd love to chat with you. And they're like, oh, bet, yeah, let's, here's my number, here's my email, let's tap in. And that opportunity, I'll be honest, has gotten me further than any degree could have.
Wow. It's fun. I spent probably last 30 days with my students. We talked about a lot of Dale Carnegie, how to win friends, influence people, how to make yourself unforgettable. I told him, pick up some of these skills, because to Chay's point, that's what it's about. Like meeting and greeting, being comfortable. I was telling him, I learned this. If Chay's a dude that's like got that confident swag, I'm gonna run up on like, yo, Chay, really appreciate you. I love your confidence, your swag. Can you teach me how to be like you? And like a real question, and then not being afraid of saying, I lack this, I want it. So, and the one thing that stops us from getting what we want is answering the question, making the ask. So I like that a lot. You talk about mentors. How important was mentors for you? You had a lot of mentors along the way?
Ton. A billion% important.
Wow.
Infinite important. I always get so frustrated when people talk about being self-made. Because honestly, if there's someone out there that is 100% self-made, shout to them. Like I would love to hear more about how you did that, because I don't think that's possible.